What's up, YouTube? Big Dog here, back in for another edition of Big Dog Movie Reviews. Today we're discussing a Netflix release that's got a little bit of Oscar buzz. Not a lot, but a little bit. Just a little teeny bit. That's The Two Popes with Jonathan Pryce and Anthony Hopkins. Same format as always, likes, dislikes, final score, final comments, gang, anything? They're always so quiet back there. Let's get into it. No wasting time today. So, a like for me was the cinematography. I thought it was like almost shot as if it was like a documentary. And I don't really know how else to explain it other than that. It's just a lot of the camera angles and a lot of the shots just screamed like documentary-esque to me, even though it wasn't a documentary. Even though it wasn't, making that clear. But I don't know why. I just thought it was a beautifully shot film. Obviously 1917 is going to win the cinematography Oscar. I'd be a little jaw-dropped if it didn't. But I will say this, I'm a little upset this one didn't even get a nomination for it. I thought it was a beautifully shot film in every way. Jonathan Pryce was a standout performer of the two men. Obviously, Jonathan Pryce and Anthony Hopkins are pretty much the only two people in the whole film. But I thought Jonathan Pryce did a lot better job. He played Pope Francis the First / Jorge Bergoglio. So yeah, Jonathan Pryce did a really good job. It was very cool to watch the relationship between Bergoglio and Ratzinger develop. It was very well done with the way they did it. I mean, it better be, because that's pretty much the whole entire movie is watching Ratzinger and Bergoglio's friendship / relationship bud and grow. That's like the whole film, so it better be well done. I'd be a little upset if it wasn't. When Pope Benedict / Ratzinger decides to retire, and when he tells Bergoglio this, I thought that was a really well done scene. Jorge Bergoglio was kind of like, you can't do this, you're not supposed to do this, blah blah blah. But Ratzinger is doing this because A, he thinks he can't do it anymore, he's lost the calling to do it, and B, he thinks Bergoglio will do a better job at it. Pretty much the premise of the movie is Bergoglio trying to get Benedict to sign off on his retirement, but Benedict keeps refusing to do that because he wants Bergoglio to take over as Pope. And it's just a very interesting story, I guess. And especially when it comes news especially when Benedict finally tells Bergoglio that he wants to retire, his reaction and his everything was just pretty well done. And then even when Bergoglio becomes Pope and becomes Pope Francis, I just thought, from when he was officially elected to the end of the movie, it was only a couple minutes, but still, I thought that was really well done and very powerfully done. And even through the credits, they had some final scenes edited in between credits, and I thought that was kind of cool too. All those scenes, it's kind of like a final ending on their relationship. That's it for the likes. Now to the dislikes. Flashbacks were a little confusing. As I've said before, I like things to be obvious, and I'm a bit of a dumbass. So, I don't really understand when Ratzinger said he was going to retire, and he told Bergoglio he kind of wants him to take his place. He said there's one big reason why he can't, and it had something to do with the takeover of Argentina in, I believe, the 50s it was. But it wasn't they didn't really make it clear. Bergoglio's like, oh, I can't do that because of the one thing in my file, blah, blah, blah. They didn't really make it clear what that big problem was, and I would have liked them to expand on that a little more, make that a little more obvious to the audience. And I would have liked to see more of the relationship after Pope Francis the First is elected. Through during credit scenes, they make it very clear that the two men stayed friends even after Pope Francis got elected Pope, obviously. I would have liked to see a little more of it happen after that. I would have liked to see their relationship develop a little more, make it not during the credit scenes, make it part of the main film, and have it, see a little more happen after the fact. Maybe see what, Ratzinger thinks of Francis's teachings and his doings as Pope and stuff like that. And the film was just kind of boring at times. It's obviously not going to be a super fast-paced film, but there's a way to make slow-paced stuff exciting, and that definitely didn't do a horrible job. There's definitely times where I was just kind of like, so that's all I have on the Two Popes. Not a bad film, but definitely not a great one in my opinion. So I think, with all that being said, The Two Popes earns a 6 out of 10. I'm glad I watched it, and it's like I said, it's 5 is obviously average, so 6 it's a slightly above average film. So, but I mean, I wasn't super entertained with it. People who are more religious than I might find it a little more entertaining. People who are a little more familiar with the whole story than I might find it a little better. I kind of went into this not knowing the whole backstory of the election. All I knew is that Benedict retired and Francis took his place. I didn't really know anything else other than that. But yeah, The Two Popes, 6 out of 10 in my eyes. That's all I got on the movie. Do let me know what you thought of it in the comment section while you're typing out those comments. Just give that like button a little tappy tap or a little clicky click, depending what you're watching this on. And as always, do subscribe to the channel. I keep the movie reviews flowing. I pretty much just tell you what I think of them. It's a good second opinion on a film, or if it's spoiler free, do follow the correspond, or if it's, don't know where that came from. But if it's spoiler free, good opinion on it before you watch it. And as always, if you're looking to get a little more involved with the channel, do follow the corresponding Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd accounts. The username for all three of those is at BigDogMR79. I'll put it on the screen momentarily. But other than that, that's all I have for today. I'll see you guys for next movie review. Until then, please do change the world. I will see you later.